Coming up on this week's show, we're off to learn about how Irish dentists are becoming more involved in the overall health of their patients. After the break, we'll be in Ballincollig to meet with the Gum Litter Task Force, who are working hard to educate people about gum litter. To finish the show, we'll be in Bantry to meet with a singing duo who have written a very touching song in an effort to get people to talk about bullying. But first up, we're off to find out about this weekend's Comortas Peile. Hello and welcome to Cork County Matters, the weekly show that brings you news and stories from Cork City and County. Up first, we're off to Ballyvourney to find out about how small GAA clubs can achieve greatness. Naomh Aban have participated at senior level football and have contributed a number of players to the Cork Gaelic football team. This weekend, they're hosting the Comórtas Peile Gaeltacht, an annual competition contested by clubs from Irish-speaking areas in Ireland. We're going to find out more about the Comórtas as well as Club Naomh Abán.
Well, I suppose Comortas Peile Naomh Abán has been here now since the 1950s, I would imagine. We've been a club, I suppose, with a very strong tradition in the area, like I suppose Mooscree, or this area which has 3 parishes, is very steeped in football. And we've been in county champions in junior matches, in senior, intermediate, minor, under 21, underage, and we have a very proud history in the Comórtas. We're the proud holders of 8 titles, like Guidor, they also have 8 titles. So we're hoping possibly this year to go one better and have the 9th title, which would be absolutely fantastic, but particularly for all the work and for everything that has been put into the whole competition. We've been working now for the last 3 years in preparation for this. We had to start a new clubhouse from scratch. So we had to go through the planning process, we had to look for donations, we had to look for grants. And it was very difficult because in the last number of years, with the recession and everything, the government hasn't been giving out money. So we had to rely on ourselves, we had to kind of put a plan together ourselves, and we had to raise an awful lot of money locally. But the local community have been fantastic. I don't think there are many small rural areas that could do the work that has been done here in the last couple of years. But we just show it as well. It can be done by small rural communities. When there's a will there, and when there's a community there, it can be done. It has given us a focus for the last 3 years to make this happen, and we have a fantastic facility now that will be with us for a long, long time to come. So it's a huge opportunity for any club to take on, and as I say, we've a brilliant facility now for the future.
It's unbelievable, I suppose. 3 years of a lot of hard graft has gone in from everyone in the community, between the committee and everyone around with regards to fundraising and everything. So it's great to be able to come back here and be able to go to the dressing rooms across the way, change here, play our games here without having to have a team down in the other dressing rooms. Or we have 2 nice porch cabins outside there as well, so we've spent a lot of days changing in there in the dark and stealing each other's boots and stuff. So it'll be brilliant to have the facilities and to be able to host more games, and I think it's just an outstanding achievement for a small club here in Naomh Aban to have built such a facility, so we're delighted.
We've been involved in Comortas Peile here in Ballyvourney since the early 70s, so we've gone all over the country, so we would expect big support here this year. Anytime it has been here in the past, we've had big crowds from all over the country, all over the other Gaeltachts, and of course we'll have a local gathering coming in as well. So for the economy and for the whole parish and the whole area, the Musgrave area, really, it's fantastic. It's a great boost for accommodation, for the hotels, for the restaurants. If you look at it, there's 11 games on the Saturday, so that's 22 teams. Most of those are travelling. You know what I mean? You multiply that by 30, and that's just teams and mentors straight away. So you put the supporters onto that and take the followers that are coming in to watch it. So that's a lot of people, you know. So you're talking about a few thousand people hitting the place for the weekend, you know what I mean? So it'll be great for the economy and great for the local club as well. You know, we've done a lot of work here in the last few years, but particularly in the last 6 or 7 months, there's been an amount of work done with our new clubhouse and with the field, and there's an amount of work being done by people in the parish, and an amount of voluntary work being done as well, and hopefully it will pay off.
And what do you think that it is about your club that has gotten you so far, if there was one thing that you could pick?
Well, I suppose the one thing, we're in a Gaeltacht area here as well, and people are very proud of their language and of football. It's the hotbed of football here as well, and the community spirit has always been good here, and people have rallied around the team always, you know. And Comortas Peile brings out, it seems to bring out that in an area as well. Like, we're very proud to be hosting it, you know, and I don't think we'll have it for about, I think it's about 20 years time again before it's going to come, so we're going to make the most of it.
Definitely.
And the parish are really looking forward to it.
It's, I suppose, fairly intense really when you're talking about the whole 3 days. You start off on the Friday night, qualifiers then all morning, during Saturday, quarter-finals, semi-finals on the Sunday, and then on the Monday we have our grand finals day for both men and women. So you have also underage as well for boys and girls as well. So it's a huge undertaking, a feast of football, and it's absolutely a fantastic atmosphere at it.
Well, the girls are delighted because there's around 600 male footballers coming down for the weekend, so they're in for a good crack, I'd say. Now, our trainer, I'd say, will be on the crackdown to see would we stay quiet, but look, it's a huge weekend. There's going to be a marquee here next to the dressing rooms. There's bar extension in Ballyvourney for the weekend anyway, so be sure to call down. And no, it'll be brilliant. And Thursday night then, actually, we've a concert here as well, so Jimmy Buckley, the Irish country music star, is playing here Thursday night in the marquee as well, so it'll be brilliant. The place will be buzzing.
Cadíon and Comórtas Peile don Gaeltachta.
Is Comórtas fíorthachtacha den cheantar agus den Gaeltacht. Tugann sé sprid agus manamam de riine an Gaelan úsáid agus deise áil chun an Gaelan úsáid agus chluisin típ na háite agus fórna a discint os na countracha agsúla ag laut Gaelan ag buint úsáid as an Gaelan. Tá sé sin an háachta dus an daoine óga go bhecinn siad nach é seo an taobh náit go míon Gaelan ann bhfuil Gaelan insta na countracha go léir timp na tíre agus go bhfuil daoine bródúil as an Gaelan úsáid.
It's amazing what a small club can achieve with the support of a community, and there's something in Ballyvourney for everyone this weekend, so get down there if you can. Next up, we're off to find out about how dentists can become more involved in the overall health of their patients. We're off to Carrigaline to meet with Dr. Anne Toomey, the Vice President of the Irish Dental Association, to find out more. So Anne, we're here today to speak about a new belief that's come out at the moment, that oral health can have links to other health issues in your body. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, this belief has been around for quite a while amongst dentists. We've always been aware that when we see our patients having very good oral health, their general health is very good as well. And very often you see the patients who have very poor health, you look at their teeth and their gums, and that correspondingly is poor as well. More specifically, in patients who have diabetes type 2, we can help an awful lot in that situation. The science has shown that if we can control gum disease in those patients, their blood sugar levels are better controlled and improve their prognosis with their diabetes type 2.
Are you in a situation now at the moment where if you do spot something in someone that you can give them advice or maybe send them somewhere, and are people listening to you?
Yes, Irish people traditionally perceived the dentist as somebody who just fixed teeth and drilled holes in teeth. But now there's a new recognition in our profession that we don't just fill holes in teeth, that we actually are capable of changing lives and having a huge impact on people's health. So people are taking notice of that now.
What kind of examples have you seen where dentists and other health professionals can help the patient together?
Clinically here in Carrigaline, I've seen patients who may have some degree of gum disease that has become very aggressive or changed in nature, or is not responding in the traditional way to treatment. And very often you have to ask why, and often there's an underlying problem. It could be somebody who's pre-diabetic, or it could be somebody with undiagnosed osteoporosis. And you have to sit back and ask those questions and send people for further tests.
Why do you think dentists weren't part of this sooner?
I'm not really sure, because we train with the medics, particularly in UCC where I trained. We shared lectures all the time with the medical students. Our degree took 5 years of training, and I've done 2 years post-grad training. So I've done 7 years of training on diseases of the mouth and health of the mouth. So we are very much informed and very much aware of all the other diseases in the body connected to the mouth.
Do you have any examples yourself of where you might have contributed to someone's overall health if you were maybe involved a little bit sooner?
Yes, I have a special interest in care of the elderly. It's called gerodontics, and I frequently go into nursing homes, and very often I get very frustrated because I would love to have been involved at an earlier level and prevent some of the disease that they have in their mouths, which are very difficult to treat in somebody who's very profound Parkinson's disease or very advanced Alzheimer's. And I'm working on a programme at the moment whereby dietitians and geriatricians, when they prescribe things such as high sugared fortified food supplements for these older patients, which have an awful lot of sugar in them, I have seen teeth being wiped out, a whole dentition being wiped out in 3 months flat with those. So I'm working on a program at the moment where we're involved at a sooner level so that we can prevent that. And a lot of patients out there think that this, oh, I'm getting older and I have to put up with this. No, you don't. And there are things we can do for that.
GlaxoSmithKline published a survey recently and it said that 40% of Irish people are too lazy or just don't bother brushing their teeth. Were you surprised by that statistic?
I was surprised because all my patients tell me they brush their teeth twice a day. So somebody isn't telling the truth somewhere along the way. Perhaps there's not been a great tradition in Ireland for looking after one's health and mouth and teeth, and I would hope that we are going to change that. It's good to have the statistic here so that we can work on that and encourage people to brush their teeth more often.
And then if there was one bit of advice that you could give to everyone about, I suppose, maintaining better health in their gums, in their mouths, that might help them maintain better health in their entire bodies, what would that be?
Well, the advice I always give is brush your teeth twice a day, floss once a day, use a fluoride mouthwash and visit your dentist every 6 months. And that's from cradle to grave. Once you have teeth, you need to see a dentist every 6 months.
The Irish Dental Association expects that a new risk profile document will be distributed to dental clinics all over Ireland in the coming months, so that dentists can become more involved in bettering the general health of their patients. We're off to a quick break now, but we'll be right back.